Hello everybody and welcome to episode 10 of Sailing Alley Cat. Now this is a very special episode for me. This is a very special episode because I honestly didn't think when I started this project that I would make it to episode 10. I didn't think I'd get any interest. I didn't think anybody would give one rat's patootie about what I had going on my boat. But holy cow, I looked at my YouTube channel the other day and I have 105 subscribers. And you know how that makes me feel? I want to tell you exactly how that makes me feel. It makes me feel like this.
I owe a lot to my family for holding me together and loving me and having patience with this obsession of me. But I want to say thank you to you. I haven't had an orthodox career, and I've wanted more than anything to have your respect. The first time I didn't feel it, but this time I feel it. And I can't deny the fact that you like me. Right now, you like me.
So thank you all. Thank every one of you. I hope you stay with us and as our channel grows. And I hope that I live up to your expectations and that you enjoy what I put out there. Well, it has occurred to me that I have yet to discuss how hot it is in Georgia. Everybody that I've been talking to, the first thing they ask is, how's the heat? Well, it's summer in South Georgia. So you want to know how hot it is? Let me tell you how hot it is. It is so hot that I saw a turkey praying for Thanksgiving. It is so doggone hot that I saw a bird use a pot holder to pull a worm out of the ground. It's so hot in Georgia, I saw a farmer give his chicken crushed ice to keep him from laying hard-boiled eggs. It is so hot that my outdoor thermometer just beat on the back door and demanded to come inside. It is so hot that if I did die and go to hell, I'd already be acclimated. And finally, it is so hot that the other day I left my boat and I thought my neighbors were cooking bacon, but they were not cooking bacon. It was just my butt cheeks rubbing together. So the plan is, and we do have a plan. The plan is right now that on November 1st, we are going to leave Brunswick Landing Marina. On November 1st, the hurricane season ends and we're safe to wander. And as it stands right now, our plan is to go to the Bahamas. And if the Bahamas is still closed because of the COVID, and if there are so many restrictions that we can't meet them, in order to be there legally, then we'll just stay in Florida for the winter, I suppose. And we're looking at Key West for that, if that's the way it happens. If you were wondering, if you've been watching our videos and you're wondering if we're ever going to do anything, well, the answer to that question is yes. If you're a boat owner, you understand all about projects. But if you're not a boat owner, you probably were wondering what we were doing. So I hope that clears things up for you guys a little bit. Thanks, and I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I am going to let Dave take the lead on this one. Take it away, Dave.
For the beginning of this episode, we're going to talk about battery wiring and our new batteries that we're installing. So we're going from flooded batteries to lithium batteries, which is a huge deal. Our old house bank on this boat was 450 amp hours. And of that 450 amp hours, you could only use 225 amp hours because they're flooded batteries, so you can only use 50% of the battery. To change that, we're putting in these nice new lithium batteries, and we're connecting the thruster battery, which is up here. This used to only be used for the thruster. This is a flooded battery, but all it was used for was the windlass and the thruster, so I felt it was kind of not used enough. So we're electrically connecting that into the house bank. So originally our house bank was 450 amp hours. With the new lithium batteries, we're going to have 900 amp hours, so that's double. But what's even more impressive is, with the old batteries, you can only use 225 amp hours of power. And with the new lithium and with the third battery added into it, we'll have 720 amp hours versus the old 225. So we'll have much better sustainability living on the hook. We'll be able to last. We should be able to last for about 3 days doing that. But to do that, we had to do a lot of rewiring. We're still in the middle of it. This is still a mess. Last night we just pulled new. We had to increase the cable size because there's so much current going between these two batteries and that one, and then onto the thruster. We had to go from a 2-aught cable to a 4-aught cable, and that was a real pain. We had to run it through the cableway up to that battery, and man, that was a lot of work. So that's what we're doing with our house wiring today. We also have this little engine start battery. I'm keeping that as a flooded regular car battery. That's what we use to start the engine. And if it ever dies, we will be able to connect it to the house battery to start the engine, so that'll be good. But I didn't see any sense in paying the extra money for lithium for just an engine battery. Yeah, fun times on Alley Cat.
I think we need to blow off some steam. I know I need to blow off some steam. So we were pretty happy when some of the new friends that we've made here at the marina told us about a street party that was going on and asked us if we'd like to go along with them. Of course we'd like to go along. So, after the day's work was completed, we got cleaned up, hopped on our brand new Dayhan bicycles, and took off to downtown Brunswick to see what the party was all about. Of course, there's social distancing, and of course, you know, people aren't out and about as much as they have been in the past years with the COVID going on. So the party probably wasn't as cranking as it normally is, but it was still pretty good, and we had a really good time. And this is what happened.
You got a marina up
These ladies of the Brunswick Police Department were really awesome. They let me join in with their dancing. They even busted out a few special dance moves for me. You guys are so cool. Many thanks to the Brunswick Police Department for being out, doing some public relations, promoting some good karma. I thought it was awesome. So did everybody else. And we're really grateful to them for all the hard work that they do. Brunswick Police Department, you rock, guys. Thanks again. And now it's time for my very favorite segment. It's time for the Alley Cat shout out of the week. And this week it goes to someone really special and near and dear to our hearts, and that is our brother-in-law, Tommy Strife from Rochester, Minnesota. Now, Tommy knew, because David mentioned to it in passing, that we were looking for a couple of Dayhan bicycles. And for those of you who don't know what a Dayhan bicycle is, it's a collapsible bicycle. A lot of people who are on boats and RVs, people who are limited with space in their living situations, have Dayhan bicycles because you can fold them up, stick them in a bag, and store them easier. So we really wanted a couple for the boat, but unfortunately they're really expensive, and there was no way I was going to buy a brand new one, especially two, because we both need one. So we were on the hunt for some used ones. However, we've been so busy with other boat projects that we just didn't have a chance to look for them. So that's where Tommy Strife picked up the slack for us. Tommy Strife found these bikes for us, went and got them, cleaned them up, and shipped them to us. They're fantastic. We absolutely love them. We're going to have so much fun on them. And we are just so grateful that Tommy cares enough about us to actually go to the trouble to do something like for us. Just really cool. But you know what? That's just the kind of guy Tommy Strife is. It really is. You rock. You're the man, and you deserve the shout out of the week. Well, folks, that pretty much sums up episode 10. We didn't have a whole lot going on this week. The highlight of the week was getting the Dayhan bicycles. We're still working on the wiring for the batteries. We're still working on the water maker project. We're still working on the wiring for the solar panels. Hopefully, we'll pick that up in the next episode. I opted just to keep this one short for you, give you guys a little bit of a break. We're really a little bit boring right now, but trust me, things will pick up. Thanks again to everyone who watches our channel. Thanks especially to the ones who've subscribed. Really means a lot to me. And if you do like what we're doing here and you've been teetering on the edge of subscribing, I hope you'll go ahead and do it, because we'd love to have you on board with us for this upcoming adventure. I promise it is going to be an adventure.